Monday, June 15th meeting of the City of Monona Finance and Personnel Committee. Would the clerk please call the roll? I'd like to call to order the Monday, June 15th meeting of the City of Monona Finance and Personnel Committee. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Alder Wood.
Here.
Alder Thomas.
Here.
Did Joan call my name? I didn't hear that.
Sorry, Mayor O'Connor.
Here. Okay.
Alder Wood.
Here.
Alder Thomas.
Here.
Mayor O'Connor.
Here.
So are we doing this like 3 times or what?
Did
I've
Joan
heard
call
this.
my
We're
name?
going to keep doing it until we get it right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mayor O'Connor.
Alexa, turn off alarm.
I keep hearing a repeat of Joan calling our name. Are you guys hearing that?
Yeah, I am.
Mayor
Okay.
O'Connor.
Here.
So are we doing this like 3 times or what?
We're going to keep doing it until we get it right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mayor O'Connor.
Alexa, turn off.
Yeah, it started YouTube on me. Hey, this is a good one. Are we good to go? Okay, good to go.
We're ready? Okay. Okay, is there a motion to approve the minutes of the June 1st meeting? You should have received those via email this afternoon.
Alexa, turn off alarm.
Pardon?
Second, Alexa went off. I had to turn her off.
Oh, okay. Doug, did you move?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Okay, are there any corrections or additions to the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. There are no appearances. There is no unfinished business. We just have 2 items under new business, the first of which is the financial report. So Mark, take it away.
So I'm just kind of give a brief overview right now is with everything so far, we're projected to be about this estimate, about rounded number, about 200,000 in the hole. We still have that fund balance where we're over 20% by, 600,000-700,000 right now. So we have the capacity for the overage right now. Just kind of page 5, just kind of hitting some highlights that can highlight where those overages are coming from. We actually on page 5, license and permits. Right of ways right now are coming in really well. I think after in the June, we'll probably be almost at 100% of right-of-way permits. We got the big one coming from building permit coming from phase 3, and that's about 75,000. So just projecting about a surplus, about 150,000 there. Court fines, what we see right now is January through April. No, we're not really writing tickets. It's kind of a lag right here. So we're projecting a loss about 75 to 50,000.
Has court been meeting? They're back in session now, aren't they?
Yes.
So we should expect to be seeing some.
Yes, but I think on phase 1 of the, I don't know if they're writing a lot of tickets now. So with phase 2, I don't know if they'll step up.
Okay.
With the new environment. Park shelter rentals are going to be down. They're going to be down about 10 to 15,000. They are doing some rentals, very few. Boat launch collections will probably be down about 10,000 this year. Interest income is probably the big one that just took a hit. Looking at, I think in will probably be a loss of 125,000. Last month, our interest rate from Monona Bank was 1.87. Now we're down to 0.87. LGIP, which is local government investment pool. Basically, we get some money that comes through there and we pass it on, move it to Monona Bank, but their interest rate now is, I believe 0.25. So you get a better rate with Monona State Bank. As you can see, the rates are falling off. So that's kind of where our revenues are. It's going to hit a couple of things. We talked about legal last time. I thought we might have some surplus there, or be under budget. I think with this last month, we're probably going to use that surplus up, I'm thinking. So I'm not using that in my calculation anymore as a savings. We are going to have some savings in fuel, definitely police fuel. We'll have some savings there. Page 11. Page 12 of mine, inspections, you know, with the phase 3 coming in, probably be over budget between 30 and 40,000 at the very end. With that, we do have some savings, and this is something we're going to take a look at it for the 2021 budget. We cut on page 13 the dispatch, emergency communications. I believe part-time wages. We budgeted like 20,000. Right now, we only have $307 being used. A lot of the savings is because we added that 5th dispatcher, so I think we got a good feel now. We'll have about $15,000 savings there, and I think that'll be carried over when we're looking at the 2021 as some savings with that. So that's been consistently low now with the 5th dispatcher. Look at page 15, parks, gas and electric. Gas and electric on parks. We're probably gonna be about $10,000 over on our gas and electric. A lot of that's just due to the new Grand Crossing, with the electric we need for the new building out there, and the generator out there, the thing for the ice rink. So for that.
That would include some of the gas used for the fire pit too, right?
Yeah, the fire pit
And the
everything.
fireplace in the shelter.
Yep.
Okay.
Page 19, mine, library fund, just the revenues. Revenues are on target. We got our county aid. We're $2,600 over what we budgeted, so that's a positive. With that, and the expenses are right on target so far for this year. Page 23, just kind of give a summary. You know, the rec department losing the after school program for the spring semester. That's kind of Jake's moneymaker per se. So the rec department will probably be about $30,000 to $40,000 over budget. Community center will probably be at $15,000 to $20,000 over budget because of the change in the rentals for the community center. We will be saving about $10,000 to $15,000 for the pool in there. And again, these are all subject to estimates for now. We'll get a better idea here at the end of the month for June, because this big months are coming in now for Jake. Page 26. There is a shortfall projected for the EMS fund, ambulance fund. For the revenues, about $50,000 projected shortfall. A lot of this is because of COVID-19. There was less runs, and also some of the runs we're having, a lot of them are Medicaid and Medicare, so they only pay a certain percentage, so that's having an effect with that. On the flip side, for the expenses on page 27, there will be some savings. We budgeted last year, this 2020 wages part-time for the LTE, 62,000. We're probably going to save at least 25,000. Part of that savings too was during the coronavirus and stay-at-home order was in. A lot of communities where we had our LTEs, they were not allowed to work from Monona. They were only allowed to work in their community. So there was some savings there, but for now, I believe we'll probably have at least 25,000. So that should offset some of the revenue loss with that. And speaking with Dan today at our meeting, Chief Ethical Officer said that their runs are now up. They are going from 2 to like, I can't remember if it was 8 or 9 per day. So hopefully that number will swing back. So we'll kind of see in here in the future. 28 is kind of one hit on this, and this is the tourism fund. So we budgeted 375,000. This is with the 3rd hotel. We're still missing one payment from one of our hotels. They told me what the number amount is, but they haven't made the payment yet. So working with them on that. We're projected only to make about 150,000, 125,000, 150,000 in revenue this year, just based on our current numbers if you go to the page 29, so we break that out and there's a transfer to the general fund, which is basically our share. We get that first right off the top, the 202,000. So if we're only projected to get about 125, 150, we're looking to maybe lose about 75 to 50,000. Hopefully the one hotel will turn it around financially and we'll start making the payments. If that's not an issue going forward, we'll wait and see on that.
I have a question about the accommodation tax and the tourism fund. So I thought that we got to keep the first like 210,000 or something of the room tax. And
Yeah,
they
so we get the first 202,000 that comes in.
go to, okay,
So if you look on page, I don't know if mine's just page 29.
right,
Page 29, it says we get 202,654. So we'll get the first 202,000.
yeah,
But only projecting about 150, 125,000. So there's a little bit of a loss there.
right. So will tourism fund not get
Yep.
that's where the loss is going to come out of?
Yeah. So basically that transfers over to, it's a one, the tourism committee where they're working is, they're 1 year behind. So they're using spending in 2020, what was collected in 2019. So what we collect in 2020, the over what we get from what the city gets is for 2021. There will probably be zero for that. So I would not expect anything for 2021 to spend for that committee.
Is that 202,000 a steady amount, or does that decline over the years?
We have one more drop and then we're done.
And when is the next drop and how much is it?
About 25,000. It's last year's 2021, and then it's stable from there. So we'll go down to about 120, 175, 180, I believe it is.
Okay, thank you.
Kind of all I have for that.
Okay.
All in
Okay,
all, we're looking at the 200,000 is what we're at. That's pretty good shape right now.
all right, thank you, Mark. I guess next we'll go on. I'm sorry.
I had
Doug, go on.
one other question on this.
Uh-huh.
On page 12, the building inspector or inspection services is going to be over 30 to 40,000. Is that because they're inspecting the new construction that we're expecting that cost to be higher?
Yeah, so I was working with them to figure out what that number would be. It's based on how much time they think they'll spend working on phase 3 of the riverfront. And that's what it's coming into, projected into. You know, I assume that project's on target for this year, so that's why it's included this year.
Right.
Brian, do we have time to look at the bills?
Yeah, probably about like 2 minutes or so.
2 minutes or so? Okay, Mark, you want to?
I'll make it quick. There's really not much in here. There's basically a lot of COVID-19 in here. You'll see a bunch of renewed Mononas in here. On page 50, Cascade Engineering, we've got some recycling carts. We're changing them out from the small to bigger, the ones that have been breaking. This one hit on page 51, over at North American. That's our contracted cleaning services. So they've been pretty busy for us. Other than that, a lot of it's just wear and tear and some large capital bills that we, Hamburg on page 52 for Bridge Road and Winnequa. So a lot of things like that. Otherwise, it's COVID-19 type stuff.
Does anybody have any questions? No? Mark, are you done?
Yes.
Sorry, okay. If there aren't any questions, then is there a motion to accept the bills?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Bills are accepted. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. See you at the next meeting.
Okay.